I feel like a psychopath. So I turned my whole apartment upside down to sign this. This is literally all my paperwork from when I had my appointment to move here to Portugal. Literally all my paperwork from my flights to my, what is this? My appointment for the visa at VFS, which is where you turn in your paperwork, to what is this? The UPS store to get like the notarized papers. Literally $15 for notarized stuff. Everything. Like I should have summed everything up. $154 at this is the visa acknowledgement fee at Portugal for the San Francisco VFS. So for when I submitted my visa paperwork, literally, this is literally all my paperwork. This is insane. I haven't looked at this in so long. Hi, my name is Dolores, and this is the story of how I moved abroad to Portugal. I'm originally from the United States. There are so many ways to move abroad. It's honestly a lot easier than you probably think it is. And this is how I did it. So how I ended up in Portugal is that in the summer of 2022, I did like a digital nomad. Let me work abroad. I had a remote job and I needed to get out of the US. I needed to like spread my wings. I just needed to not be at home. So I said, let me spend the summer in Europe. I had 3 months. I wanted to spend them anywhere but there, right? So I wanted to spend 1 month in Portugal, 1 month in the south of France, 1 month in Italy. So on my third day in Portugal. So on my third day in Portugal, I literally woke up and I said, I'm gonna live here. I called home to my parents and I talked to my father and I said, hello, father, I think I'm gonna live here. And my father said, hello, daughter, I think you just, finish your vacation and we will talk about it when you get back. See how it's going. He probably thought that I was crazy because literally who decides something like this on the third day that they're on vacation? It's still new. Like it is literally the third day. Like, what are you talking about? Looking back, I know I completely understand him now. But I'm one of those people that when I know, I know. I know things. I know things. And when I get it in my mind, I can't change it. Like, I know things. So fast forward, I went back to the US in September, and literally within the month, I made an appointment at VFS. VFS is the Portuguese embassy for California, and I'm originally from California. So the VFS embassy is in San Francisco. My appointment was for January 7th. And this time, I gathered all my documents. And I had my move date set for April 17th. Why I picked April 17th is a great question. I have no idea why I chose April 17th. Nothing special about April 17th. In my mind, I guess it was spring. And, I like spring. April is a good time of the year. There literally was zero logic to me choosing April 17th. This is how fast everything moved, right? What is it? So September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 8 months. It took me 8 months from the time I got back from my holiday to being back in Portugal. It took me 8 months to move to Europe. That is literally how fast it took me to move to Europe. 8 months. So if it took me 8 months, it can take you 8 months. That simple to change your life. And honestly, I did most of everything online. I had a D7 visa, which is the passive income visa. I know that they have all these different visas now. Like the DA visa is a digital nomad visa, which I think is what most people get. The visa, you literally just need to have so you can have your appointment for your temporary residency card, which you usually get your appointment within the 3 months, and then you're good, right? This is my little note card that I had for myself. So it was like you had your residency application, your passport, your visa in the passport, your means of sufficient money, which was like 9,000 euros at the time. You had a copy of your lease, your NIF document, which I didn't need at the time, and health insurance. This is everything you needed for your residency application. This is what you took for your residency application, right? And it was that simple. So at VFS in San Francisco, right? So I flew from San Diego to my San Francisco appointment, and there I presented all my documents and I turned in my passport. And in my passport, they put in my visa, and I literally left my passport with them for 3 months. And I was so nervous at this time because I didn't have a passport for the 3 months, and they didn't give me back my passport until the week of the 17th. So they didn't give me my passport until like a few days before I left. So during this time, I was just like stressing, sweating bullets, because I didn't know if I was going to have my visa approved until a couple days before I left. So I didn't hear anything. I didn't know if I was going to get approved, if I was going to get denied. I had all this money on the line. I had my passport, or like I had all these plans to move here without knowing if I was going to have this whole application approved, right? But yeah, I had it approved. They gave me the D7. I thought they were going to give me the digital nomad visa, which they didn't. They gave me the passive income visa, which is usually what they give, like, little old people that are retired, which is so funny because, I have like an old lady name, and they gave me like the retirement visa, which I thought was so funny at the time. And then I came here, and within, I think, 2 months, I found my apartment, which is where I'm at right now. And within 3 months, I had my residency card in hand and the temporary residency card. And that's it. I was all settled, and now I've had it since. I'm coming up on my first renewal in September, and then I don't have to renew again until, I think, actually this is it. I only have to renew it once, and then after this first renewal, that's it. I can apply for citizenship, I believe, and then I can have European citizenship, Portuguese citizenship, and it's that simple, which is pretty cool. And that's how I moved to Europe. So this is my timeline, right? June 2022 was when I made the decision to move here. That was when my vacation was. November 2022 was the day I made my appointment online. My appointment date was January 7th, 2023, and that was in San Francisco at the VFS office. April 17th, 2023 was the day that I flew here and I moved here, and that was the day that I got my passport back from VFS. September 2023 was when I got my temporary residency card. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Total from not having anything to having my temporary residency card in hand was 11 months. It took me 11 months from not having anything to having temporary residency in Lisbon was 11 months. It took me 11 months to become a temporary residency in Europe. That's pretty amazing, right? So if you're thinking about it, it's completely doable. It all takes just one decision, a little bit of research, and a little bit of commitment to doing it. And you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm just some girl. Literally, I'm just some girl, and I can do it. A little crazy, but if I can do it, you can absolutely do it.